This is a sight you do not see in America at all, really. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And this is what you've all been waiting for. Nah, this is just a great lookout spot. This is as good as it looks, my friends, even better in person. And the sun is out just in time. Oh, that's the thing too about these videos is like, I'm commenting, but I might not always be correct, you know? It's basically like, if you were my friend and we're like, let's check out Schwäbisch Hall, and then we just see it together. That's pretty much what it's like. Yo, no way. These are literal bones of people, dude. What the heck? Okay. I'm currently at Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. I'm at platform 13 on the MEX. Sorry. MEX 90, so 90. I'm curious, what does MEX mean? Anyways, I'm going from Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof to Schwäbisch Hall. And the video will end back at this Hauptbahnhof. Dankeschön für Ansehen und let's have a good exploration day. Boom baby, let's go.
Nächste Station, Schwäbisch Hall. Zug hält. Bitte in Fahrtrichtung rechts aussteigen.
This is my very first time in Schwäbisch Hall. And we're gonna start here at the Hauptbahnhof and just start walking. Here we go. Alright, let's go. Yeah, look at this right there. We are at the Schwäbisch Hall Bahnhof, and as in normal fashion, I'm gonna walk directly towards the part of town that I feel calls my name. And the Altstadt, I actually walked over here and I saw the Fachwerk houses up on the hill, so we're gonna go in that direction and come along for the ride. Thank you guys for watching these videos. They're gonna be long. They're gonna be city walking tours, and if you'd like to, just skip ahead. You know, 10 minutes from now I'll probably be in the middle of the city. Check out the chapters at the bottom of the video. It'll show you kind of what happens, but I'm happy that it's not raining. On the way here it was raining a lot, but it's cleared up. As far as rain goes, it's a little bit overcast. A little bit chilly, but it feels perfect. September day to check out Schwäbisch Hall, Deutschland. Here we go. Look at the first view. First view, man. I'm up here on this pedestrian bridge that goes over the road. So we walked from here to the Hauptbahnhof. Here's the stairs down. But let's check out this situation right here. This is Schwäbisch Hall. And you know what's interesting? Beautiful, man. Beautiful architecture. Already looks pretty awesome. Where have I seen this city before? You know, the most famous depiction of this city on the internet, in my opinion, because my worldview is my worldview, which is small compared to the plethora of art that's on the internet. But the way that I know this city is from Nauf. Do you guys know Nick Alfieri? He's also a YouTuber. He also played German football with the GFL, and he's been living in Schwäbisch Hall for 7 years. I've been to the city one time. I played against his team in 2017, but since then, I have not been back. I have not been back. So I've seen this city from his videos, but I don't have a good idea as far as like orientation, where everything is. This is gonna be my very first time. So let's just walk directly down these steps and see what happens. And maybe I'll run into him. Who knows? He's the unicorn of Schwäbisch Hall. What's up now? Hopefully everything's good. I'm checking out your city. I'm gonna be outside today. If you wanna meet me, or if we run into each other, that'd be cool. All right, let's keep going. Cobblestone streets. Already see it. I think the area that I'm in right now, it feels kind of like a school. Look at this. So we learned that is called an ecke, or a bay window, an English bay window, the ones that come out a little bit. Already got my greens. Yeah, right here it looks kind of like a university, but I'm not completely sure. And then the road continues on from here. Yeah, either that looks like a university. Okay, I gotta try to protect my audio is gonna be a little bit windy just because with it being overcast and rainy, the clouds are moving, so there's a little bit of wind. If anybody knows about the type of wind mic I can buy, that would be best. That would be great if you let me know. Okay. So the thing we just walked by is Agentur für Arbeit, which is like a work agency, I believe. Here we go, look at this. Hotel Kronprinz. And we are on the BahnhoffSTrase. So I'm thinking we continue to walk down the BahnhoffSTrase just to see what it's got going on here. Flowers on the windowsill, always appreciate that. It's just the beauty. Yeah, okay, we're going in the right direction. Let's keep walking down here. You can formulate your own opinion by walking with me. Another sleepy town feel. It's Monday. It's Monday at 3 o'clock. And this is the vibe right now. So I'm wondering, and I'm assuming that I can assume this, that on the weekends is a lot more activity, you know, maybe on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm wondering what it gets, okay. Check this out before I explain. Beautiful. Look at that clock. And that fachwerk. And this little bridge covering. This is beautiful already, man. Go up there. Yeah, check out the river. Yeah, look at that. I like when the bridges are covered. Gives it a nice old time feel. And this river, what is the name of the river? You can see up along, they got all the old school Fachwerk houses, a church in the distance. And look at these symbols right here. This is like old medieval times. So that's gotta be some Schwäbisch Hall symbolism. Check out these flowers spilling out of the windows. I don't know if those are real. Those look maybe fake. Okay, let's go across the bridge. This would be a perfect car to take around on a tour of Germany. You know, imagine I have a camper car and I go to all the little towns and just visit them and make these videos. This says nur ein Fußgängertor. Hala. Okay, let's go up here. This whole door. Yeah, so I'd be curious to know like who would be living up here. Who would be living up there in the old times? Yeah, beautiful view. Pigeons chilling. Let's keep going. Here we go. Fußgängertor. pretty big city too. So this is an old town, but also fairly large city. Hello. I can just tell by how it sits in the valley. You know, it kind of takes up the entire valley. Here's a river flowing in multiple directions. You know, coming from here and then meeting up right here with the other river. So that's cool. This looks like a brand new theater or something like that. Very nice, very nice. Here we go. Look at this view. I'm also gonna want to, okay, I'm assuming on the weekends people can come here and just like lay out, read a book, have a beer, eat a donut. That'd be a good spot to do that. Yeah, look how this castle wall kind of sets the stage for the city to be built on top of it, you know? Very beautiful. Yeah, so you can take this little path down and people feeding the ducks. There's another tower, another Fußgängertor. Beautiful. I'm also going to want to find some food because I am hungry. So maybe they got some like Schwäbisch Hall food. Man, this is a sight you do not see in America at all, really. I'll show you what I'm looking at. You know, these types of houses on an old city wall directly above the river. I appreciate the fact that I can appreciate this situation here. I've mentioned this before. So many people went into the building of this city. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful. Check this out. So you don't have to just look at my face. I was saying, like, I'm thankful to look at these flowers right here. Right outside the window. Look at this one. H. Hafner Maler. Erneuert 1912. Does erneuert, does that mean like built new? Or established, maybe? Okay, look at this. This is a green that I love. One of them. Little brewery. It says Entenbeck. Does that mean duck? Haller Tagblatt. So that's the newspaper, right? The Schwäbisch Hall Daily Leaf. Beautiful views, man. We're here on Steg. Whoo-wee. So we got many places to check out. You can go all the way down there, and you can also go up in this direction. So I'll go here first. I'm trying to like remember where Nauf said he lives. He probably lives right there. That open window. Letting the breeze in. Dang, this is sick. And completing what I wanted to say before is like, this city was built by thousands of people over thousands of years, you know, hundreds of years. And I'm appreciative to the people that put the work in, because now I can walk around and enjoy this. And the people that live here are enjoying this sort of beauty on a daily basis because of the work of other people. And that's like, it's true for every country. Same with me in America, in California. Hundreds of years. It's like, it's good to appreciate the past because it takes more than just me or you or your family to make something beautiful. So, just a small thing. Check out this fountain. And then this statue that looks pretty new. But it also looks like it would be from like World War I or World War II. Doesn't it? Does anybody know about the history of this? I'd be curious to know, because there's no sign that tells me about it. Check these out. We're gonna walk up here in one of these streets. Theaterkeller, Sparkasse, stone building. Now, wo sind sie? Barfuße. Yeah, man. Lohen Apotheke. Let's go up this way, because we're kind of going to be walking towards that river wall on the right hand side. I definitely... Okay, here's some stairs that go directly up. We're going to walk around. I could definitely see myself living in a town like this. Small enough and also large enough, walkable, beautiful. Let's keep checking it out. Maybe I'll find a place to live by the end of the video. Somebody's like private little table. Beautiful. Look at this. Little stairway back down. I like that too. I like how the cities have stairways that you can cut directly up and down, but then they also have like the longer way. I'm not really sure why they made it like that. Maybe because of like carriages, because this was built before the time of cars. Check out this insignia here. I wonder what kingdom or person or company that was for. It's like a snake, golden green emblem. Okay, I'm curious to walk up here. I like to go up these steps because this house right here is of interest to me. As always, like nice little doors in the middle of staircases. That one's beautiful right there. Whew. Schwäbische Alb. Schwäbisch Hall. So what does Schwäbisch Hall mean? Schwabia is for Schwäbisch, and Hall means hall, right? Is that the translation of Hall? Like a place where people meet? Gasthaus zum Waldhorn. Waldhorn. More grapes on the vines. I love that. It's a nice aesthetic in the city to just have grapes hanging off the sides of the buildings, you know? Can I try some? Don't tell anyone. They're ripe. They're ready. I heard that this week or next week is the time to harvest grapes. Okay, here we go. We're in. There's goats down here. This is the old city wall, it looks like. Look at this. During the medieval times, this looks like where they would have a moat, like no man's land, because there's a wall here, and there's a wall there, and then there's goats. What's up, man? Just checking out your city. And your friend is right here. Cool. You can see the river down there running through it. And that's the other side of the city. Okay, so around the city they do have plates like this that teach about different things. I'm not really sure what these are. This video is going to be 5 hours long. Okay, look at this sign right here. It says, Gemeine nutzt det mich vor Jahren vermauern, deshalb mich jetzt wiederum leer offen und erneuern Anno Domini, so the year 1543, on the 31st day of July. And it also says, hier warten einst zwei Festtürme der Stadt, Frieden und Sicherheit. Ein Städterkampf mit Limpung führt die, I don't know, it says führt, and I think it's like in year 1431, die Zumarange. Dang, bro. This is where I would like to get a tour guide, like a German tour guide that tours this city. Okay, so this is one side of the city that I might come back to, but let's walk up this side of the wall towards this building here, which I'm not sure what it is. Kein Winterdienst. Begehen auf eigene Gefahr. So I learned that in one of my old videos, and thank you guys for commenting, because when you do comment, it does help me to learn. So that means like no service during the winter, so like they're not gonna clear it from snow. Use it at your own risk. That's basically what that means. Okay, check this out. We're gonna go up. This window. Yeah, so this wall, I'm assuming, was for defense, because it does have the archer slits that people can look through and shoot, and also have protection. So let's go up this hill. Whew. And the view gets better the further you go up. Schwäbisch Hall. It's also crazy how when you think of cities or places, sometimes like one thing sticks in your mind of that place. Like when I think of Schwäbisch Hall, I think of Nauf and the Schwäbisch Hall unicorns. But this city has so much more history than just Nauf and the Schwäbisch Hall unicorns. No shade on Nauf, I'm just saying, to the people that are interested, the world is filled with, it's like layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of history. Like this rock, dude, somebody who used to live here in the medieval times put this rock here. And somebody shot through this. This looks like I said, the archers. Somebody sat there and actually looked through that during the time of war and fired an arrow and said, "You shall not pass." I'm assuming. Okay, so we're going. Look at this, man. This is my only way up, I think, yeah. It's nice that they build newer structures like this staircase for people to get through the city. I appreciate it. Whoo-wee. Now we're going up to the castle area. I think this is someone's house right here. Look at this. There's a door with two names. Staircase to what looks like a neighborhood up here. This looks like a castle to me. So let's keep going. Check out the wall, how the wall has been broken. Thick. Oh, I was gonna go in their house. Forgot how to go here. Kein Winterdienst. Begehen auf deine Gefahr. We got options. I'm taking the right way. Up to a nice view. Okay, there's a dead end though. There's a door. Is the door open? No. What's in there? Looks like a big hall. Looks like a Schwäbisch Hall, if you ask me. Okay, look at this view. This is a nice view. Yeah, man. If you haven't seen Nauf, the guy that I keep bringing up, the YouTuber, check out his channel because he'll give you a lot more information on the city than I can in just this one walking tour. But he also made a documentary called Unicorn Town, named after the football team, and it talks about like the small town German American football team and how it was, I guess, to play for the team, and then they won the championship in the year that he made the documentary. You can watch it on Netflix, I think. Just Google it, Unicorn Town, Nauf. It'll come up. It's actually on airplanes too. If you've ridden airplanes recently, you can find it. This is a beautiful view, man. Yeah, so I'm up here right now at a dead end because that door's not open. So, what to do now? Alright, it's turned out to be a beautiful day. Check out the clouds and the sky, but I wanted to do a little recap. If you look at that little building, the little gray one, or the tan one right there that stands up, that's where the train is. And we walked down from the train here, down here, and right, you could see, okay. We walked from here across that little teeny path. You can kind of see it right there next to that white building. There's like that little white path. And then we walk down to that bridge, across the bridge, across the other bridge right there, and then up through this city around to where those goats are. You can see the goats right here. Down there, we walked across, read that sign, and then we came up this walkway. That's right there. That walkway, pop, 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 up the stairs, and then we're here now. I'm gonna cut this and go to a different part of the city because, like I said, I'm stuck. Alright, so here's the staircase. I went up that way. There's also the option to go down this way. Let's take it. See where it leads. This is a beautiful spot right here. Look at this. Perfect place to chill with a friend. Now, if I find you a date spot, I don't know if this is to your liking, but if you live in Schwäbisch Hall, it's a nice view over this apple tree. It looks like a garden. And you kind of have a little bit of seclusion there. And your own private staircase. Yeah, this is a big, thick wall right here. And then this goes down, back through the town. Should we go this way or should we go up around the back side of this castle? Yeah, I'm thinking that, but I can peek through and show you, yes. So these are more of those staircases that will just lead down directly through the city. Yeah. So let's go back up there and go around the castle. Here we are. And this is the castle right here. We're gonna walk around the backside. We are on Zwinger. And this says Der Neubau. Anfang des 16th, so the 17th century, als Zeughaus und Fruchtkasten erbaut in Verbindung mit Stadtmauer und Langenfelder Tor. So that old style. I hope you could have read that yourself, or hope it made enough sense. Because that old style German type is hard to read. Sometimes you don't know the difference between an S and an L. Anyways, let's keep going. Exploration day. That's another old wall. So I wonder why they had two, you know? I wonder why they had this wall here and this castle here. Maybe this, you know, I don't know. That's a question for someone else. Check out this house built directly into the wall. You know? Stumbling on these stones. So we're on the outskirts of the old town, it seems. And we're gonna walk on through. Look at this. Haus der Sieder Hulgast. It looks like some sort of... What is that? It's like an animal with like a horse's hoof or a cow's hoof and an eagle's claw at the same time with antlers. I feel like it's like some German fairy tale creature. We're walking through. It really is beautiful here. Nalf did make a video talking about how there was a quote, I don't know who it's by, but it goes like this. First you build the buildings, or you make the buildings, and then the buildings that you make you, something like that. It's paraphrased, but it makes sense because like you're building such beauty, and then when you are able to gaze upon this every single day, it makes you feel a certain way. Poetry in motion. Here we go. That is, let's check this out. Look at this here. Hier wohnt Thomas Schweiker von Mutter Leibon, arm und hen geboren. War Kunstschreiber, schreibt mit den Füßen. Oh, wow, wow, wow. So this was a, I'm not sure the name or the translation Kunstschreiber, but it's like an artistic writer. There's a specific name for it, I'm blanking, but he wrote with his foot. And he was famous, apparently. Kunstschreiber. Here's a little hotel with a bar right there. And then we're walking up on this building. Stone, bro. And then you can take this staircase up to that door right there. We're gonna try the front door. Look at that, there's no way. Is that someone's house? Like imagine if you live here with your car in your garage right next to this, you know what I mean? You're basically living next to a museum. Okay, this is from Jürgen Gott's Drei Gnome, the three gnomes. That's what I was trying to say. That figure down there with the antlers, it looked kind of like a gnome, but it wasn't a gnome. Here are the three gnomes though. This is from 1900. Oh no, 1986 is when he built it. Three gnomes. That is a decoration to that drain, water fountain. And this is the front door, man. 500 Jahre alt und immer noch Neubau. Das große Halle. Okay. I told you, it's a hall. Schwäbisch Hall. Den Neubau Anfang. I think it says the exact same thing as what we read on the last side. It does, I can tell. Is it open? Is der Schwäbisch Hall open? Damn, bro. Maybe they'll answer the door. Oh, it's not. You guys gotta oil this up, bro. It's stuck. I was gonna you know, rap on the door. Didn't work. Okay. There's another door up there. Maybe I should try it out. This is private. This is private. They blocked this off, but these are. Can you imagine? It's crazy to me. Just drive home, park your car here, and then look up at this 500-year-old castle. Come on. I know it gets normal, but that's crazy. Look at this view too. People's houses all right here. Check out that, like half of a house. Yeah, I guess things do just get normalized, right? When you see them over and over. It's the same for me. I have to bring that up because the same thing goes for me. Like, I'm from California, near Los Angeles, near the beach as well. So if I go to the beach or if I drive by the Hollywood sign, I don't look at it every time and say, dude, that's crazy, you know? But I brought a couple of German friends to California one time and they saw the Hollywood sign. They were like, oh my gosh, what the frick? Because they only see it in the movies. So it's the same thing for me, right? Like, I only see this in the movie. So when I see it, it has the same effect. Check this out, it's like someone's private garden. Or maybe it's a restaurant, because that umbrella looks like what you would put in a restaurant. Right next to the wall. It looks private. It looks like a private house. Let's check out this one. This door. Schwäbisch Hall. Locked. They got the defense out today. Okay, we're going down. Look at this. Whee! Back down. I'm just gonna talk at random today. The vlogs have been very random as far as like what I can tell you and show you. It's basically my first look at the city and then whatever I'm thinking in the moment. And what I was thinking was that I played Schwäbisch Hall twice and we lost both times. The first time it was like by 10 points, I think. And the second time it was like by 40. But I didn't play the second game because I was hurt. Not important though. Okay. This is a tunnel that goes somewhere. And then we're gonna check out this church. That's beautiful. Right in the middle of the city. Wait until the colors, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And what is this? This looks like a Fußgänger. Oh, history everywhere. Look at that, Stadtmauer 1250, bro. This one? Look at that, how they chiseled that in. What is the name of this old style lettering? I know that there's a name for it. There's a name for it. Because that style, look at 1250. That's a lot older than 1900s. You know what I mean? That lettering came from like old Germany, not 1900 Germany. It's 1200. Okay, it looks like a bus stop. Bus stop. Let's go back. Yeah, man. I love checking out Germany because the history is so deep. Much deeper, I'm telling you again, than 1900s. Like, the history I'm talking about is like Roman Empire times, before the Roman Empire. You know what I mean? Tribes and people like Goethe and Schiller. And the printing press Meister, Johann Gutenberg. Like, these things changed the world, dude. They changed the world, and they happened here in Central Europe, Germania, Germany. All right, let's check this out. Look at this church, man. Should we go to the right or the left? Let's go over here. Yeah, I apologize about the wind. It's gonna be a little windy today. I can already feel it in my bones. So this is Evangelisch Kirchgemeinde Singlein. Okay, look at this. Always gotta check the door. I learned from comments as well that these are old tops of crypts or builders of the buildings, I think. But it's like the stone that you put on top of their grave, I believe. I think I actually said that wrong. What are these things? I need a reminder because I don't have my YouTube comments up right now. Scheibenkäse, bro. It's not open. So, let's go to the other side. Los geht's. We gotta go inside though. Gotta go inside. nice old building too. And we're walking on the sidewalk. Look at that, man. Tunnel going right through. 1765. Dude, like, your grandfather was not alive during that time. Neither was your great-grandfather. Probably not even your great-great-grandfather. I think it's 4 o'clock. Okay, that signifies it's 30. It's 30 minutes past the hour. Which hour? I think 4. It's not open, bro. Okay. Man. Beauty on every corner of this city. For sure. Good recommendation. Ah, dang. It's gotta be open, bro. It's gotta be open. Look at this one right here. We got Jesus praying. Man, I'm not sure who these guys are. Geöffnet. Let's go. There's people working here. Didn't expect that.
Alles klar? Perfekt, danke. Ja, ciao.
Hallo, kann ich machen ein Video?
Was wollt ihr?
Kann ich hier machen ein Video?
Ja, natürlich.
Laufen?
Ja.
Okay.
Ohne Blitz, gell?
Ohne Blitz. Dankeschön. Cool. I knew enough German to communicate. Okay. I like this church because it's like a combination between the normal stone and arches, and then you got the wood benches and second level. I haven't seen a lot of that before. As always, the organ and the man that I talked to is working over there. Yeah, check out the art, man. We'll walk over there, but this is beautiful. It's such a big church that it has like a ring around the main altar where you can walk and see some of the art. Most of the really, really large churches have that. Does anybody know about the history of this church specifically? Because I feel like it would be significant, like within the religious history of Germany, you know, related to the popes and stuff. Okay, let's walk around here and check out some of the art. Look at that wood right there. It's Peter again. So Peter always has the keys. If you want to know, if you go to a church and you see a guy holding keys, it's Peter, because in the Bible it says that he has the keys of the kingdom of heaven. So they often depict him holding keys, even though it's not literal. Maybe it is, I don't know. Wolfgang Jacobo. Namen der Stil. These are the men of the Reformation. Martin Luther in the middle, and then various other people like John Calvin, Philip Melanchthon. Wow. Yeah, check out the ceilings. Let's keep going around. grave of some important person somehow. If you can read that. Looks like Lady Justice there. I believe these are like decoration, like ornamental decorations for a grave. I don't know if they are in there or they used to be. Drei Königs altar. Okay, so that's an altar. Yeah, you know, that's the thing too about these videos is like I'm commenting, but I might not always be correct. You know, it's basically like if you were my friend and we're like, let's check out Schwäbisch Hall, and then we just see it together. That's pretty much what it's like. It's like, hey, Saturday, let's go to Schwäbisch Hall, walk around, and see things. I kind of like that. It's a good vibe for a video. Yo, no way. Dude. Dude, literal bones of people, bro. That just made me feel some type of way. Like, I got chills. At first, I was like, is this even real, bro? And I cannot read it. I'll show you in a second. Mittelalterisches Beinhaus. Beinhaus. Is that Bonehouse? Middle Ages Bonehouse. I'll show you that sign, and then I'll show you, well, I'll just show you what it is right now. As if we're exploring. Look at that. These are literal bones of people, dude. What the heck? That's insane. Actually. Dude, that's crazy. He goes all the way back there, skulls and like people's legs and stuff. What does it say? Alles vergeht. Okay, let's focus on that so you can read it. What does it say? Alles vergeht, Gott aber steht und alles. And then you gotta read this. If you can read that, I think it'll give you more information. I'll try to get it in a place where you can. So just pause the screen and maybe read that. Bro, but that's crazy to think. Yeah, so I have no idea what that is for. And my thought right now is like sometimes they didn't have enough room in the graveyards to bury everyone, but I'm gonna have to ask the man at the front about this one. It also makes you think about how precious life is, like how short it is, you know? Because we're seeing all these dates around the town, like 1700, this, that, seeing bones, and it's like we're fragile. In less than 100 years, I'm gone. Fact, I'm gone, dude. So is everybody watching this video. So it just makes you think, like, the time to act is now. Whatever you feel like you have to do, you know? Insane. I'm not a philosopher, nor a wise man, but let's keep looking at the art. That is insane, bro. Check this out, though. Look at the ceiling, man. Look at this. Stiftete für das Reich Almosen. So the German Reich in 1615. It looks like all the flags of like the different counties, or what would you say? There's Schwäbisch Hall up there. These two, I believe, Stadt Schwäbisch Hall, Stadt Schwäbisch Hall. Yeah, what would it be? Like the counties or like the different seats of power. That's the crazy thing too, is like in the old times it wasn't like, I mean it was similar to how we have nation states today, right? But it was like on a smaller scale. It's like Germany had 100 boom, 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 like castle monarchs, but then they obviously all conglomerate. It's kind of like Monopoly in a crazy way. You know, people are on the pursuit of money and the power. It's been like that since day one. That's nothing new. Sorry. Seeing all those bones got me thinking about life, like, in strange ways. Look at this guy. Dang. Check out this altar here. This is depicting the crucifixion of Christ, like the scene. So if you see these images of Jesus on the cross, this is like depicting the moment where he's between two thieves. As the story goes, these were thieves and then the Roman guards and the people weeping, and it kind of is like a scene. Then he gets taken down. I'm not sure what these pictures are. Dang. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn the camera off and walk around again without the camera, just so I can think and pause for like a half hour if I need to, and you don't just have to watch my face. But I will say that being in churches like this, like, they make you think deeper than just like, what am I gonna do today or this week? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna do for work, you know? It's like spiritual matters in life and death. Those are deeper than most things. Sorry.
Das haben sie alles im Kasten?
Alles in Kasten.
Im Kasten, im Apparat.
Das hier?
Ja,
Ich mache ein Video für YouTube.
YouTube, ja.
Ja.
Jetzt gehen Sie noch mal rum und gucken mit den Augen. Und dann haben Sie es im Kopf und im Herz.
Ja. Nur mit Augen.
Nur mit Augen. Wenn Sie jetzt noch einmal gehen.
Ja. Ah, du hast mir gehört?
Ne, habe ich nichts gehört.
Ah, okay. Tut mir leid, mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Aber ich probiere.
Dann gucken mit den Augen und man hat es im Kopf und nicht
Mit Kamera. Ja, ich sag, jetzt ich will laufen noch einmal, kein Kamera.
Das habe ich vorgeschlagen.
Ja, perfekt.
Gut.
Und was ist ich habe eine Frage.
Bitte.
Was ist die Platz für die Beine?
Gebeine, ja. Also die Knochen. Ja, haben Sie nicht gesehen?
Ja, die Leute, die Toten.
Ja.
Welche Leute ist da?
Ja. Bevor das Haus, die Kirche, bevor sie
Church.
zur Church erweitert wurde, gebaut wurde, war dort ein Friedhof.
ein Friedhof war hier.
Ja,
In dieses
Ja.
Sarglokal.
also, okay. Die Kirche war früher nicht so groß.
Ja,
Nicht
ja.
so groß.
Ja, ja,
Dann
ja.
wurde sie größer gemacht
Ja, ja.
und dann wurde der Friedhof
Ah, da.
aufgelöst
Ja, ja.
und dann die Knochen da gelagert.
Ah, okay.
Das
Perfekt.
sind die, also das war 1525.
Ja,
Kers Sänger.
ja.
Ja?
Okay, ja, ich habe verstanden. Im Anfang, die Kirche war kleiner und dann danach, die Kirche war gebaut größer und dann die Friedhof war hier und dann die...
Und jetzt ist der Friedhof da.
Okay, Dankeschön.
Ja, schönen Tag.
Du, ich war... Okay, so... Now it makes more sense. There was a cemetery here, and the church used to be smaller, but then when they built the church bigger, it overtook the cemetery. So they put the bones from the cemetery there. So, yeah, so I'm gonna walk around one more time with no camera because it's like an art museum. You know, I want to check out all the artwork here and yeah, just think about it. So, see you after. I'm sitting here in the side still room looking at this picture of Archangel Michael stomping on the devil, and on the right hand side there's a picture of demons pulling people down to hell. And I wanted to say this like as a metaphor. If you're looking at this as a metaphor, it's a good metaphor because Archangel Michael can represent like the best version of yourself, somebody or something that's triumphing over evil. And then on the right hand side are the demons pulling people down to hell. That can metaphorically be represented as like the vices that you have in your life. And what I wanted to say, because it came to my mind, is like we have vices in our life, things that are not good for us, and they're pulling us down. And as depicted in this image, if you don't kill the parts of you that are killing you, then eventually those things will kill you. If that makes sense. It's like the demons pulling this person down. Maybe it's smoking or bad eating habits or gambling addiction or pornography or laziness, whatever is pulling you down in life. Unless you see those parts of your life and cut them off, like Archangel Michael, and triumph over them. If you don't triumph over them, they will triumph over you. You see? So it's like a constant battle in your own self. And looking at this reminded me that it's a struggle with all of us. And like the images and depictions here from the Bible are very, very pertinent when you see them as an artistic, poetic metaphor. It's beautiful. Yeah, so this is Archangel Michael triumphing over the devil. And these are demons basically pulling people down to hell. You know? So it's like we gotta be like that. It's a simple metaphor. Like you have to triumph over that which wants to triumph over you. And if you don't, this happens. You know what I mean? Like in life today, if you have a problem with smoking or drinking or things that you want to get better at, you have to say, okay, boom, I'm changing and I'm triumphing over. And if you don't, then you won't, and you'll be triumphed over. Crazy to think. Yeah. Just a little side note on today's video, Schwäbisch. Alright, we just got out of the church. That place was so sick. It was like an art museum. And now we have a beautiful view of Schwäbisch Hall after it rained. When I was in there, it rained. The colors are vibrant, and this looks like the old Rathaus. Look at this beautiful view, bro. Heck to the, let the camera, there we go, look at that. These look like similar designs that you'd see in the Netherlands with the tops. And then this looks like the Alte Rathaus. And there we go, we got some restaurants outside. I might have to go there. And then there's a lady taking pictures out of her window. This is beautiful, bro, look at this. Yeah, man, the fact that Schwäbisch Hall is built on a hill, it adds to the beauty in my opinion because there's levels, you know? Oh, look at that clock. Right on the outside. Ist das hier eine astronomische Uhr? I think so. Look at that. No. And then this is this the day? I see 1 through 28 on this side, and then 1 through 28 on that side, so probably not the day. What would that be? Someone knows. There's the clock, that's beautiful. Goes all the way up there. And then look at this city, man. Oh, I'm in the view of that person's. Dude, this is so sick. Okay. I get out of the way. There's a photographer up here trying to take photos. Dude. I want to show you the door though, because this is a beautiful door. Here we go. St. Michael again with the spear against the devil. Same one that we saw in the church. Check that out, bro. Makes sense because it's St. Michael's church. Alright, you gotta come here. After seeing this part of town, this is worth it enough just to come and chill right here. If you only come to the city and see this part of the city, you've done a good job. Okay, let's see over here. Yeah, wow. It's cool how your eyes are opened the further you walk into a city, because before this, I had just walked up to this door, I believe, or that door. And then after walking through the entire church and going out on that side and walking around, my eyes were open. I'm like, dang, this city, it really is as beautiful as they say it is. Okay, let's walk down here. Man. Just friends exploring. That's it. Look at this old wall. I gotta go there, dude. Look at that book. That bookstore. Buchhandlung Benziger. Man, look at this old little street, bro. There it says Bucha. Is it open? It doesn't look like it. Check this out, man. Hello. Whoa. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see, have I been on this side of town? Okay, let's walk down this little side street after we check this out. Look at these small cars. There's no way, look at that. There's no way, look at that. For like one person. Look at how small that is. This is for one person. This is for two people. It's basically like an indoor motorcycle. Wow, bro. Yeah, having the city built on a hill allows for really cool changes in elevation, you know? Like this part of the town goes up a little bit, and that part of the town goes down into what looks like a private garden. Check out this view of the church. Boom. And And then I'm gonna take you guys back down this alley right here. Wow. Let's go down here. So let's go down this way and then take a right so that we can go into the main MarktSTraße. A very skinny walkway. I love it. Okay. Yeah, from this area, you can see, sorry.
Sorry.
There's only room for one person. Look at this, bro. Are you serious? Hier wohnt der Dichter Eduardo Murik mit seiner Schwester Clara. Dichter. Was ist Dichter? I know what that word means, Dichter. But I forgot in this moment. This is so beautiful, man. Let's walk up here and then back down. So now we're walking in this direction of the castle that we were on earlier. Ah, okay, yes. This is exactly where we were. If you remember the beginning of the video, I came up here and we were looking at that little crest because I was like, I liked the view of that. And then it led us to the bridge where we saw the goats. So if instead we made a left, we would head directly back towards the church. And this is what it looks like now. It's a cool little patio on the second floor. Oh man, this is legit. I definitely gotta walk around without the camera just so I can take it all in a second time. So beautiful. Such a beautiful town. That's a view right there. I'd like to live here. Right on the side. Look at that room. Imagine that's your room. Und das hier, look. Löwenapotheke. This is as good as it looks, my friends, even better in person. And the sun is out just in time. Oh. There's a lot of photographers here. Because of this church and these vibes. They even got some fountains right here. Das hier ist die gotische Fischbrunnen. Schwäbisch Hall, you guys do it right here, 100%. This was built correctly. Alrighty, and now we're gonna take one of the main streets. Okay, here we go. Okay, so with the church behind me now, we're gonna get on MarktSTraße and I'm not sure what this street is called. I think it might be called MarktSTraße. But we are going to go not this way, but directly down here, across the bridge to the other church. So come along for the ride. Check it out. Along the way, if I see a cool restaurant, I'd like to stop, get some food, some Schwäbische food. Yeah, this is, I mean, living here, imagine living here. Like just right here. Imagine this is your front door. You come outside, pick some grapes, check out the church, and then walk to work or wherever you're walking to. Buy some clothes there. That's here. This is the Stadt Bibliothek. Wow. There's another side street here. Yeah. Lots of beautiful cafes. I'm gonna go off the main road real quick and just check out this building with the plants on the side. Also this fountain. So lots of nice little market squares wherever you walk. Yes, it's beautiful. Here's a cafe. Oh man. I can only imagine. I would have to assume that this town has a Christmas market and that it would be magical during Christmas time, especially if everything was lit up. Because when you got the old style just continuing throughout most of the city, can't beat it, man. You cannot beat it. All right, back on the main street here. Let's keep going. You can see the church in the distance there, up against the green of the hills. Das hier ist MarktSTraße. Alrighty, here we go. The dichotomy, as always. Old Fachwerk house, H&M. Interesting. Here's another little town. Little marketplace. Wo sind wir jetzt?
Ich weiß nicht, ja? Ich glaub, hier irgendwo.
Hier?
Ja, hier so. Irgendwo hier in der Nähe.
Aber das Brücke ist da?
Na, also.
Ein neuer.
Das kann sogar sein, dann sind wir hier, ja. Weil das ist da.
Oh ja, das hier ist die Kirche, die große Kirche.
Stimmt, ja.
So, ja, vielleicht
Dann macht
hier.
es auch Sinn, weil hier ist diese kleine Gasse. Bist du da? Kommt das so? Ja, true, ja. Stimmt, da ist diese Gasse. Da ist diese Gasse und da ist die andere.
It's cool. In most cities in Germany, including Stuttgart as well, they have like little models. They have little models of like the city that you can check out and like see how everything was built. So those guys are looking because obviously I have a huge camera. They're like, what is this guy saying? Anyways, let's go. Bakery. I got a little bakery, dude. Maybe get some like. One of my favorite things to do is get cappuccino and like Kuchen or Brot. Let's keep going. Yo. Okay, so Neue Straße. Neue Straße. That one goes all the way up to the church there. And then this is the river. Yo, what's the name of the river? This is a beautiful view, man. I mean, look at that little castle tower. And then you see these things on the river right next to the church. And then they even have a bridge chapel as well. Are you guys from here? Kannst du mit mir Englisch sprechen? Ja?
Only from a boarding school.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to be on the camera? It's okay?
That's okay.
Was ist dein Name?
Malte.
Malte?
Ja.
Schön dich kennenzulernen. Mein Name ist Connor.
I'm
Und?
Ijoma. Ijoma.
Ijoma.
Yeah, that's my name.
Okay. Schön dich kennenzulernen. So do you guys live here in Schwäbisch Hall?
We only go to the school right here.
Okay.
We also play football for the Schwäbisch Unicorns.
Ah, you do?
Yeah, we do.
You know what? I used to play football for the Stuttgart Scorpions. 2017.
17?
Yeah, do you guys know Nauf? Nick Alfieri?
Yeah.
He used to. Nauf is like he's a YouTuber, he lives here, and he used to play for the Unicorns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should visit the next Schwäbisch Unicorns home game.
When is that? Are you guys on the
Where on the
youth team?
20 team, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, but
Beautiful river. I forgot to ask them the name of this river, but they were cool guys. They play for Schwäbisch Hall youth team. This actually, is this a chapel? Because look at this face right here. That doesn't look holy, but it looks like a chapel. Okay, so when I first came out, I was on that side. And I could have walked all the way down here. And down here. That's beautiful out here. Very nice small town vibes. Very, very nice. Okay, let's check out this. I have to laugh just because of the comparison, as always. And I always say like that too. I say as always, but it's true every single time. 100-year-old castle and then like glass Edeka. Look. Or 100-year-old church, and then we walk, and then it's like boom, Edeka, just like built on the cobblestones. So let's go. Hello. Let's check out the. Is this? Oh damn. Edeka. It's like a church, little marketplace here. Not marketplace, but square, I would say. Church square. And it says Johanniterkirche. Alte Meister in der Sammlung Wirth. And this looks like a pope here. Yeah, Gran Cardinal in Pidi. That has no door handle. This does. Oh. It like beeped when I tried to open it, so I think it has an alarm. Yeah, check out this little street. Okay, let's go back to the church. Let's walk up to this tower and then go back. There we go. We got the Erke. The Erke on the side of that building right there. Look at these doors, bro. Those are some nice wooden doors. There's the Erke. And then tower. Yo, we all need to preserve these types of towns. I'll do my best to show them and the beauty of them, and then I'm not in German politics, but I would beg you guys to keep and preserve these towns, and not only keep and preserve them, but continue to build beautiful cities like this, because it's just so nice. It's just so nice to walk around and see it like this. Los geht's. Alright, let's go back to the church and see if we can get in somehow. So, this old church was converted into a museum. And I think the museum's temporary, but right now, it's a museum of old artwork. It's so beautiful, man. So I'm gonna walk around and see some of it. I can show you some, but then I'll turn the camera off and just watch or view with my own eyes. See, this looks like the old part of the wall, preserved a little bit. Hello. Ich vermischte wohl aus. Bauen, 7 Grafen zu machen, aber nicht aus 100 Grafen einen Holbein. Lottery. Yeah, so this is all like very similar religious imagery to what I saw in the main church. Is this not the most famous image of Martin Luther? I think it is. And it's here. I wanted to show you these two. Sorry. Look at this one. Interesting. Okay. So that was the church that I was just at. Now I'm inside Edeka and it's raining, so we're gonna wait a little bit, maybe get some food. It's a nice building. Places to sit and eat. And what's behind here? Ah, okay, cool. It's like a mall area. So I'm gonna wait here until the rain's over and then I'll probably get some food too. Hold up, let me see what this looks like. This is where we're at. So there's the main bridge right there. It's a beautiful street. Goes all the way up there. But I'm gonna go buy some food and hopefully the rain will pass at Edeka. Hallo. Servus. Now I'm gonna keep it on. I want to show you what Edeka looks like. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, like being inside a brand new building and you look outside and it's like Middle Ages, you know? Alright, here we go. This is Biorita and das hier is Edeka. Dude, I almost forgot how much I used to love doing this. Where you like get the little swiper and you like swipe it out. Oh, I missed that. And I also am gonna do that for Mousse Nougat Croissant. One of my favorites. This is for the skilled swipers. The last one. Okay. Got the pretzel and the nougat, but then I also got these Schwarzwaldhof. Basically like, what would you call this? I like the combination of this bread with this meat. I'm pretty sure this is a German thing to do. Like pretzel. I'm done. This is lekker. Okay, so we were just on that side where the church is next to the Edeka, and then I walked back through this place, and now this is where we're located, right by the river, and I'm gonna walk this way by the pad thai place. Again, first time seeing all of this part of the city. Let's go this way. The Eka. It is nice, right, to have a room where you can sit, a little round room that pops out of the building. And this is cool. Look at this, the little market and place to sit. Markthal Kornhaus. Look at this though, it's beautiful. Good views. This looks like some sort of, oh sorry, I had it zoomed in. Some sort of like church or something. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to go down every single street, but as always, come here and visit yourself. This is a definite recommendation to come to Schwäbisch Hall with some friends and make it like a day, you know? Make it a day to come watch the unicorns play or just come and walk around, have some food. This is what it looks like this way. Okay. Let's go up that way because of this view. We're getting into the mix of the new style and the old style. Here, the color's gonna lighten up for you. 3, 2, 1, there you go. Yeah, so this is very new style. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what this is either. This is a statue representing the new and the old style mixed together. But look at that, yeah. Brand new building, it looks like a mall. I think it is. And then you got this old building with a new elevator. Okay. Let's go. I want to go up there. But let's just walk a little closer here so you can see it. You can see what I'm seeing. Mall. I'm not sure if this is a church. I don't think this is a church. It's like a tower though. Okay, check it out. This is the mall that I was talking about. Yeah, it's kind of like an outdoor mall. Yeah, let's go this way. Up the stairs. I always like to take this scenic route, and that usually is through the older part of town. You know what I'm saying? Petition to continue to build in the old style. Can we do that? You know what I mean? Like this is like a big square block. It does its job, but if we can have things that do their job and they're beautiful, I think in every aspect of life that's a good thing. Look at this. Zazengarten Tee. Maybe it's like a Chinese tea house. We're going up the big staircase right here. All right. Phew. So many streets worth exploring. You can explore all day. I've only been here for a couple hours. Let's see. This is the Alte Wache. Alte Wache. Let's walk down this little street here. Little restaurant there. So I'm gonna walk towards this clock tower because that's the next point of interest. Little fountain. This sign says 1882, like right there. And look at this building. I think having a fountain within your hearing is beneficial to your health. I guarantee if you Google that, it'll come up as positive. Who's this right here? Is this the old German kingdom? More Fachwerk. Vietnamese. Halleluvenbräu. Hello. Okay, look at this tower. I wonder if there's bedrooms and stuff up there. So the year on that side right here is gonna say 1686, if you can see it. It's a little bit small. 1686, bro. Man, and we got options. Like this will continue down there with some nice old style, or we can take Die Gasse. The street down here. Is this someone's house? It's gotta be. Number one. You know what I mean? Like imagine if you were living there. That'd be sick. Right there, bro, right on the edge. Underneath that. There's a bus station. Let's go back up. Let's go back up here. Hello? That's his house. Okay, yeah, let's go around this way. This is the Althal. Und das. I'm not sure what street this is. Oh. Look at that, they got a statue of people pulling cows and goats up there. Let's get a closer look, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you see, like even this you can tell is newer than this and these, but the style is similar. I would say let's go back to these. Can we go back to making real Fachwerk? I'm not sure how. I mean, they're obviously sturdy, right? They've been standing for hundreds of years, including the intricate ones like that, right? Bow. Here it is. Looks like a donkey, right? That's resisting the lady trying to pull it up. It's pretty cool, and there's a goat. these guys having trouble. And this kid trying to help out. Okay, we've come to a dead end. Back on the road, y'all. See, all of these things have meaning, you know? These would be interesting things. It says 1909 for Feuerlein. 1909. Shout out to Stuttgart. We got Stuttgart up there. I gotta add my sticker to this city. I have a sticker that I want to put up. So if you come visit, you can check it out. Alright, less commentary right now. Because I have no comments. Except use your eyes while I use mine. Yeah, I like these little outcroppings. My favorite green. Beauty, bro. Beautiful. We got Pulcinella, Italian restaurant. Pulcinella. And some more Fachwerk back there. Something smells really good, by the way. It smells like a wood fire. You know, that smell of burning wood, but it's like aromatic. Entschuldigung, do you play for the Stuttgart or the Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns?
No, I don't.
Ah, okay. You're a fan.
Kinda.
Okay. Where's the stadium? If I keep.
You just keep going straight. There's a tunnel coming.
Okay.
And then there's a graveyard as well.
Okay.
Where you keep going. In the tunnel you go left side.
Okay.
Then the graveyard is coming. And then you can probably see it.
It'll be 10 minutes or more?
No, less.
Less, okay.
Like
yeah.
3, 4, 5 minutes,
yeah.
something like that.
Do you know Nauf? You know the YouTuber Nauf?
I don't.
Nick Alfieri?
Yeah, I do.
You know him? Yeah,
Nick,
yeah. He lives here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to find him. Okay, ciao. That's cool. Nice small town. Yeah, you know what? It'd be cool to... That's... Okay. Check this out. It's a horse with a man's head. It's a gnome, right? That would be considered a gnome? I don't know. Alright, what I was starting to say was, in the older times, where these cities were like the most common places for people to live, because now I feel like more people live in major cities, if you do like a side-by-side comparison, percentage-wise. But back when cities like this were the most common places that people lived, it'd be so cool to have your part in this city, you know? Like if you were the baker on First Street and everybody on this row came to you and said, hey Connor, like I need to get some of this type of bread and maybe you can make this type of bread for tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like you'd feel good about that and you'd feel and know your place in the city, you know? Now with huge cities and companies, I feel like that is almost lost a little bit. And the thing that made me think about that is it's called Tandoori Garden. So it's gonna be an Indian restaurant with a German flair, right? Indian forum with German flair. So asking that guy if he knows Nick was what made me think of it, because like Nick has like a really, he has a part of this city, I feel like, you know? His role as videographer, and I'm not sure his exact role in this city, but he's an artist and he brings good vibes, you know? And that's what we're called to do as artists. Well, that's what artists do in general. Hopefully I'm bringing good vibes to you. And the sun is right now bringing good vibes to me. Look at this. Just glowing up these leaves right now. So I'm gonna walk down towards the stadium. I've seen a good amount of the city, you know? Like an average tourist amount. There's much more. As I always say, there's much more, and the history that I've passed up is someone's having a party up there. I gotta go this way. I got stuck. You can cut that, or if you don't cut it, sorry for my pop bouncing around. I was thinking, and then I lost my thought in space. Have you ever thought about that? Where do thoughts come from? That's out of my league, man. All right, here's the main street. Now I'm gonna walk this way. Hello. Schwäbisch Hall, dude. Yeah, I gotta go this way. Under the tunnel. Graffiti. It's kind of cool. That's one thing too that I've noticed is in Deutschland they have just as intricate graffiti as the USA. And I know that might be ignorant to say, but I didn't know that until I came here. That's the thing about everything. And that's the good thing about traveling, is like, you really don't know what some place is like until you actually go there. Because if you just read about it, or watch a video about it, think about it. That video, more interesting things. Sie gaben ihr Leben für die Heimat. Look at this. So this is a graveyard right here on HauptbahnhoffSTrase, and I think that this has to do with World War II. At least it looks like it. So we're walking to we're just outside the city, so train station is over there. I walked into like the main part of town here, and then I crossed the river to that church, and now I'm all the way this way. So what I was saying again before the gravesite popped up was, if you just take your opinion from my video or someone else's video or something you read online about another place or another person, you really don't know that person or place, because everybody has like a personal lens that they see things through. Okay, let's check this out. That's all I was trying to say. Everybody has a personal lens and you have your own, so I'm just encouraging you to use your own lens, the lens of your eyes, and to go check things out. This is a graveyard here. And I see dates: 1876, born February 21st. Karl Kirchdorfer. You see, I don't know who this guy is, and when he was alive, he probably was like a really important dude. But life is short. I guess that's like an underlying motto of this video. Life is short. I'm not gonna walk through the whole thing, but just from here you can kind of see goes up into that chapel. The one thing I will check out is the war memorial. It's on the corner here. Dang. It's crazy how everybody dies. Literally everybody. Every single person will die. It just depends on when, you know? Some people live super long, die of natural death. Some people have other things happen to them, but that's not up to us to decide. But how we live, I guess, is the most important thing. Here we go. It says, this is for World War I. 1914. Unseren tapferen Kriegen. 1914 zum 1918. Yeah, the date is here. And then a little closer look here. Yeah, man. You probably can find somebody with your last name here, right? For the Germans watching. Yeah. I'd like to do more history research on my family, you know? Because I don't know much outside of immediate and aunts and uncles, grandparents, but great-grandparents and their families and brothers and sisters, and it's all very, very interesting because we have a lineage that we come from, and it means something, you know? If it didn't mean anything, I don't think it would be a natural, how would you say? It wouldn't be a natural process to have family members, you know? I think, yeah, don't forget your heritage. And I'll do the same. Try not to forget my heritage. I won't forget my heritage. I'll learn about it and then be better. As best as I can be, I guess. So there's this. And so we're like on the outskirts of town now. And then I think the stadium's over there. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna walk across here. Yeah, okay, here we go. Look. Yeah, so this is like the outskirts of town. And then I believe this is where they play. Optima Sports Park. They gotta have like a small soccer club too. Small meaning like not Bundesliga 1 or 2. Maybe like Oberliga or something. Alrighty. Schwäbisch Hall. Wo sind die Feld? Alright, so I'm gonna walk over there and I'll just keep up the video, why not? This looks interesting. Yeah, when you get outside the main part of the city, outside there's pretty normal business going on. There's a car wash here that I'm walking by. There's a Reva in front of me. Thanks for going on the tour with me. If you like the state or the city, Stadt. When I say Stadt, a lot of times I think in my head state. But you can come and visit yourself if you like to. I would actually recommend Deutschbahn ticket as a user of it myself, because if you travel a fair amount, then you'll use it. Alright, here we go. Reva. And a sign that says, "You waste food." I do kind of vaguely remember this. I do kind of vaguely remember this. I vaguely remember this neighborhood because we did drive here with a bus Okay, look at this. What is this? Ah, it's a physiotherapy in an old Fachwerk house. Okay, yeah, this is it right here. This is the stadium. I do remember this. Just outside, not too far away. It's in a quieter part of town. This is the stadium. I do remember their stadium being one of the best in the GFL. I would consider the home stadium of the Scorpions as one of the best as well. But because of the location of this stadium, like right in the forest, and it's a little bit more intimate, you know, so it's smaller, but they take good care of the grass and things like that. I did like this stadium maybe even better than the Scorpions, but I'd say Scorpions, Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns, and Frankfurt Galaxy. Those were the three top stadiums, in my opinion, during the GFL years. That was before the EFL, European Football League. Now they have European Football League. Okay, here it is. We're walking inside. We're walking inside. Just to give you a view. And they got unicorns painted into the unicorns painted in the end zone. Yeah, look at this. Right in the valley of Schwäbisch Hall here is the Stadium of the Unicorns. Haha. Really nice. Yeah, look at this. Beautiful. Got a little away stand. And then this home stand is usually entirely filled, I'm pretty sure. You'll have to watch the documentary that Nalf made, and it'll give you an overview. So, yeah, at this stadium I was hurt, so I was standing over there with crutches, I think. But crazy memories, dude. I'm gonna turn the camera off and just like reminisce for a second. Alright, so now I'm on this pedestrian path. Just to give you a little view for context, the stadium is that way, and I walked up and around here, checking out the river, checking out some of the town that's on the hill here, and then we're gonna walk back this way and then up to the Bahnhof. So my battery is almost dead. This might be the very last shot in Schwäbisch Hall. I can charge my battery on the train. So I'm gonna do that because the video has to end at Stuttgart Hauptbahnhoff. So thank you for watching this video. Come visit for sure. Shout out now for giving a lot of people a vibe of Stuttgart, Schwäbisch Hall before I could. But I'm glad I can give you like a little more like walk around version, just so you can get some, yeah, just some views. So if I have some extra battery, I'll show you something else. But otherwise, I'll be on the train, go back to Stuttgart. Boom, baby, let's go. That's a nice view right there. Look at this. That's kind of funny. I'm going back to Stuttgart, and yesterday or 2 days ago, I was in Allen. Shout out Allen. Let's see, what is this? This is down to the river, and I'm gonna go this way. Okay, we're on the river. You can see a swan over there, clock tower in the background, and then they have a nice path to walk. Okay, so I just came from this way, and now I'm gonna show you one of the most beautiful views of the city, and another pedestrian walkway with a covering. This, I believe, is a hospital, and this is what you've all been waiting for. Nah, this is just a great lookout spot, you know? Down there is the bridge that we cross at the chapel, and from that chapel you can actually get on this little walkway and have a nice stroll all the way down past where the stadium is. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful view. You can see everything from here. All of Schwäbisch Hall. So, and with that, that's pretty much the entire tour that I'm gonna take. There's a lot more to see. The extension of the city goes far beyond where I was able to walk, but I feel satisfied with having at least seen a good amount of the city. Check it out from this angle too. Very nice. And then right off the river walkway right here is a hotel. It looks pretty nice. It looks like a 5-star hotel. I'm not sure the name of it. It's called Hotel Ho, and then I can't see what else it says. Fischtreppe. Yeah, so this path will carry on through and end up right where we left off at the, or right where we already have been at the main bridge. It's a picturesque little place. Alrighty, so I will allow the camera to use its last battery as I walk from here all the way back to the Bahnhof. There may be a few things that you'd like to see from here to there, so I'll let it play out and give commentary when I feel like it. Other than that, thank you Schwäbisch Hall for existing. Thank you to all the people that built the beautiful things in the city like that. And thank you to Nalf for giving me the impetus to even check this place out in the first place. And I hope that I can do the same to you. Maybe you'd like to come and see this for yourself. Okay, here we go. From here, back to the station, through the old town, drinking my carrot juice. Okay, focus up a little bit, that you get the color. There we go. Walking under the Erker. On the river, der Fluss. What we just took is the Lohburoweg, benannt nach unserer englischen Partnerstadt. So I guess England maybe has a partner city with this place called Schwäbisch. Oh. We've been there. We've been up there. We've been across here and up to the old church marketplace. And now we can either go right or left. I'm gonna go left and walk right along this river and just appreciate this view. There's a road for cars right there. Didn't know it. Now I do. Yeah, this is pretty nice right here. Someone left their shoes there. Maybe they'll get them later. Might be of interest to you. Johannes Brenz, 1499 bis 1517, Reformator. It looks like this was cut out of an old building, and that might be true right here. It says Evangelisch Familienbildung und mehr Information. Ich will nicht lesen das alles, aber cool. Dude, the water is so still. It's like a picture right here with this reflection. steps up to someone's neighborhood there. Oh man, there's so much more to see. You know, in the beginning we went across this bridge and up there, but I'm just looking now. We went down to the church and across here, but I mean like even walking in this little area, walking up this, you know, treppe, staircase, you're gonna find some stuff. That's the thing about wandering. The thing about wandering is you usually wander into some pretty cool situations. And that reminds me, actually, watch this. So you know how every city has pretty much like ultras and they have stickers? So back in 2017 I made stickers for my YouTube channel and they look like this. So I still have a few and I brought them with me. So when I see a pole that I'd like to mark my territory on, I'll obviously not mark up a pole that doesn't have already 50 stickers of ultras, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to make the city less beautiful. But if I find a pole that already has a bunch of ultra stickers, I'll add my name, and then if you visit the city or you're from here, you can go to that pole, take a picture of it, and send it to me on a DM. Look at this little view right here. This is so aesthetically pleasing. Just like the Holtz, the front door, second story, third story, fourth story. Right on the river, man. Definitely a unique situation. Look at that. And then they have like a second door on the second floor with their little bench. I'm happy to see them taking care of it too. There's a car coming, so we gotta get over to this side. And then look at this. This would be a very cool place to have an outdoor restaurant. Or a nice, dude, right here, man. Just sitting right here. Look at this. And then having this as your view. Boom. Just right there, okay. There's people inside. This is called the, I'm not sure, Brauerei Ausschank. I am going to put my sticker right here because this is one of my favorite views of the city. Right here. Okay? Hold up. I'll turn this off and then I'll show you where it is after. But this has to be one of the best views of the city. Come find the sticker. I'm gonna put it right here. And then when you touch the sticker, you can take a picture with your family right here while eating Maultaschen. Seriously, it'd be a good idea. All right, I've actually always wanted to do this. So this is like some sports club. They put it upside down. But right above it is my sticker. And if you find that pole and just turn to the left, you will be auf der Fluss with ein schönes Ausblick. There's the church, there's the river that we walked along, and you'll be in a perfect place of the city. So there it is. Is this restaurant taking, oh man, it looks so cool in there. It's called the Lowen Brauerei Hall. Bro, it looks perfect, man. Maybe I should go check it out. Hold up. Let's see what they serve. Alright, so there's the restaurant. And we're back. I originally walked up that way. There's the bridge that we crossed, but I'm gonna go up here in this little crosswalk. And like I said, see these poles? Absolutely filled with like random ultra things. But I marked my territory on a better pole. And what I was gonna say is, I've always thought that it might be cool because I don't know where I saw the idea, but imagine if like places that I've been, I can put a sticker with a QR code and that QR code will somehow link to the video that was made in the city. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or like a city tour guide, like a city guide. Something that I've made and said, hey, check this out. Or I conglomerated a bunch of people's opinions. Just a random thought, but I'm walking up on some people, so I'll quiet down. It's a good place to be quiet because it's a good view. There's the church. And up we go. This is cool to having a nice quiet time. Hello. I don't know what looks like a factory of some sort. Look at these Nepalese prayer flags. These flags are from Nepal. Bring back good memories. What I just walked down was up Brudagasse. And another church here. So we're gonna have to go that way. Man, look at these houses. So cool. VfB, was geht ab? And here is another artistic beauty. Let's see if it's open. Oh, locked. This one looks closed because it's dark inside. Oof. Yeah, I think they close them at a certain time. It's already 6:30. So they might close them down around 6. It looks like a school around here on the back. Right there. We just made a full loop, but we gotta try everything. Okay, it might not be. Life lessons. You guys want another life lesson? And the only lessons that I like to share are the ones that I've used successfully already, you know? Because it was a lesson for me. So I'll just pass it on. Okay, all the doors are closed that I know of, but at least I know that I tried them all. So that was a lesson. It's like, you never really know if an opportunity or a door might be open unless you try the door. But if you don't try the door, you'll always just wonder, maybe it would have worked out. Especially if it's something that you want to do. Like, I want to go in that church, so now I know I can't, but if I didn't try, I'd be like, oh, I wish I would have. All right, more beauty on the way to the Hauptbahnhof. Boom! Blue and yellow with my favorite Erka. I keep forgetting the English word for that. Bay window, there you go. Just so you guys know, stickers are common in Germany. There's a lot of cool ones. It's actually fun. Something to do in old cities in Germany. Look at the poles and just like check out all the stickers because they have some funny ones, you know? They're like sports ones, political ones, comedy ones, random ones like this, look. So there's a piece of bread. There's a political one. There's Stuttgart, what do you call it? What's it called again? Autobahn. St. Pauli fans. And then Frei Wohnwahl für Stork. So, supporting the storks, I think. Nice buildings. Hauptbahnhof. That's a cool blue. Hopefully you can see that. See people's chairs up there. Alright, yo. Mit Kompetenz. Schwäbisch Hall 100 Jahre. This is an old wall that I'm walking up on right now. Like right here was something broken down a little bit. And where? There's the Bahnhof over there. I kind of want to go under here so I can check out that old wall. This one, look at that. Old wall. Yeah, that was definitely something in the Middle Ages. Und jetzt, wir müssen tragen die Bahn. We got 10 minutes, so I can take you through here. Nice little walking path up into the forest, I'm thinking. And this is like neighborhood. I gotta go to the Bahn. Entschuldigung, kann ich zum die Bahn, in diese Richtung, die Bahnhof?
Bahnhof ist andere Richtung eigentlich.
Aber kann ich von dieser Seite auch oder nein? Nein.
Das weiß ich gerade nicht. Also, den Tunnel?
Ja, hier unten rechts.
Right.
Ja.
Ja. Und dann über die Straße und berghoch.
Okay, dankeschön. Hey y'all, so we just came up that street. There's the old wall. The tunnel that we walked through goes under there. So I came back and then walked this way. And now everything comes full circle. The Bahnhof is here. This is exactly where we started an hour and a half ago. Schön. Ein schönes Tag. Nice day in Schwäbisch Hall. It was kind of cool that it was cloudy because it made it cool weather, temperature-wise. Alright, we're back, y'all. And as always, or not as always, I didn't do it in the last video, but usually we start at Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof, we go on an adventure, and we end at Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. So I'm here waiting for my train to Stadt. It was a great adventure to Schwäbisch Hall. That was another cool town. I'd like to go back with other people because it's cool to see it the first time by yourself and just check it out, but then bringing friends, having like a good time, spending time together is the best way to do it. So Dankeschön for watching the videos und ciao. Gute Nacht. Bis morgen. Also, I think this train is going to connect. I've never actually seen this before. There you go, you just learned something new. That's exactly what it looks like. Ciao.